Hi guys, Berry Babe, check it in. You're moving on me. Was up a little bit today, 1.5. I think it's gonna be up and down and up and down and up and down. I did raise my macros yesterday and then I ate over them. So I was pleased that I still was in ketosis this morning. I had 2 red blips, which red is still high. My blood ketones were at 1.3, and you're okay 0.5 to 3.0, and my blood sugar was 89. So definitely not as good as it had been the next day. So today, so far today, I'm doing much better. I need to start thinking like a normal, sane eating person, that if you have an overindulgence one day, then you have to be extremely diligent the next day. And you're doing a good job with that. You had a vacation and you had some indiscretions and you come back and you're towing the line and things are calming down for you. I need to get into that frame of mind. One of the things I've noticed is that I'm being very diligent about logging everything into the application. And you know, all those years of dieting, you had some secret rules. Like, if you ate it, nobody saw it, the calories didn't count. And if you snuck it or you didn't have to pay for it, or, you know, the calories didn't count, but they always counted. But it was just the game that we played, that I played. And so finally, how am I 63? I think, I'm not sure yet. I think I'm growing up. Right this minute, it isn't the weight loss. This is a whole different ball game. It's always been lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight. Now I'm up. I was 144 this morning, and that's up. But I think I'm going to probably bounce between 140 and 145. I think that's going to be my window, and that is what I had originally said would be fine with me. But boy, I like being at the 140. Anyway, train of thought, train of thought, train of thought. Now, the goal is to remain in ketosis, to remain in that high level of ketosis so that I can continue to burn ketones for fuel. That's a whole nother goal set. I initially, yes, got into it to help me be sane with the carbs, but in watching vlogs and presentations, that sort of thing, there's so much more benefit to being keto adapted than there is just not eating the carbs. So I don't have unlimited springs of energy. And today it rained last night. It rained all day today. I'm wearing one of my HCG boutique fleece that I got. It's a little bit chilly here. It's supposed to be nice and sunny Sunday and Monday for at the lake, which is good because my brother-in-law put on a new deck and they have a big bonfire pit there. Of course, they're on a farm. And my sister really wouldn't want all those people in her house, so it'll be good that the weather's going to be good tomorrow. But this morning, you know, I was so excited that I was able to do so much exercising yesterday. Well, today, my calves felt like they were full of lead. And I have to remember that even though the spirit is willing, the flesh is still weak. You know, even though I had the inclination to get up and get going, I have to be careful, and I think I overdid it. So I refrained today, because even when I was diabetic, my blood sugar, usually if you have diabetic, you take your blood glucose. And then if you exercise and you come back and take your blood glucose again, your blood glucose number will have dropped because exercise uses up the glucose. Well, you know, I had this big argument with the nurses that were running the educational program, because I said, no, I said, my body perceives exercise as stress and my blood sugar will go up. And of course, they didn't believe me. And so part of the activity of the diabetic class was we went down to the basement and walked around and around and around and around and came back and everybody checked their blood sugar and mine was higher. I wasn't lying. So I have to be real careful because even though it feels good and it helps tone me, my body perceives it as stress, and that can throw you out of ketosis. Yeah, can't win, can't win. That's one of the reasons I didn't up my steps on Fitbit, because I don't want to promise something I may not physically be able to live up to. I don't know where my Fitbit is right now. It fell down off the nightstand between the bed and the nightstand over there somewhere, and every time I get a message in, I hear the thing buzz, so the battery's still good, but I've dug around down there and I can't find it, so I'm going to have to go look, because I would like to wear that to the lake this weekend. So I got my dinner in the oven, and I'm anticipating, actually I'm hoping that I'm going to be below my macros, my increased macros today. If so, then that'll be good. Maybe I'll see a drop tomorrow. I actually am doing pretty well on the fat, and the protein is lower, which would be okay. As long as I get 60 in, I think I'm okay. The day I could only have 60 was hard. I wasn't ready for it. It was hard. So knowing I can have more if I want it, and then electing not to or not needing to eat it, it's a whole different ball game. So I think that the macros that I've chosen, even 90 grams of protein, is okay. But I heard the phrase "screwed the pooch," and I don't know where that came from, but that's kind of what I did last night. You know, I historically have trouble eating late at night, and I had something at home that I really shouldn't have at home that I got into. And I did that late, so that was not good for me. So I still have, making deviled eggs to take. Now I make these really creamy deviled eggs, and everybody likes them. I don't eat them, but everybody likes them. But my sister's family, I have to make theirs lumpy, because hers are lumpy. So I have some extra egg yolks that I'm going to mash into lumps, and once I make my finely whipped stuff, I'll put the lumps in theirs. I put it in Wilton cakes frosting bags. So then all you have to do when you get there, you clip the end and you squeeze it, and if the egg yolk you put the egg yolk in a little cooler, and egg whites are okay out. So if you're having a picnic, everybody gets fresh squirt. So I have that. I've got some bacon in the oven. I partially cook it, and then I can finish it up in the microwave. So I have that. I made a whole huge batch of the cream cheese and egg pancakes, so I'll take that. I've got a couple of boiled eggs. I'll have boiled eggs and cottage cheese and bacon. So I'm trying to get my meals. I've got a steak that I think I'll throw in there that we can have on the grill Monday. And so, you know, historically I take all these things, so I have lots of choices, and I'm not doing that this time. Last time we went out, I was fasting, and that was much easier packing. So I want to be moderate in my eating. I got some Diet Jello made. I need to whip up some extra whipped cream, because I will take my own food to my sister's. They're having supposedly lake perch, but she didn't know where she was going to find lake perch. Bayport Fish Company, both my uncles used to build boats, but one used to build boats, and one of his customers was Bayport Fish Company. They both lived in Bayport. So my brother has this fantasy of a fish fry, so they're going to be frying fish, and I'm sure it'll have breading on it. So I don't know, I can't think of much else to say. Oh, I got a new little scale. It's the baby to the big one. You know, I've got the little scale, and then I've got the big electronic one. Well, when I I'm really enjoying tracking the muscle, the amount of muscle, amount of fat. And so when we go to Florida, 6 weeks or so, I didn't want to lose that, but I didn't want to take this. This one is big. It's like this big. Well, this one is as big as the other one, just little. And it has a nice packing box with it, so that'll be the one that I'll take with me in the trailer, so I can record everything. But I haven't put them side by side and stepped on and off. I hope they weigh the same. It would be so nice if they'd weigh the same, because I don't want to go up. I don't want to go away from home even one night without having my scale. So that is all for now. I'm not running right up to the last minute, and I think we might be done with the rain. It was kind of nice having rain when I didn't have to really get out and do anything. So I will check in again. Bye for now.